friends. Hi, hello, how are you? Welcome back to the Curvy E Chronicles. My name is Courtney, and I'm so glad you found your way to a little corner of the internet. Today is Savings Challenge Sunday, and we are doing a Q&A. Let's go. Okay, friends, thankfully my furnace finally turned off. We are going to count what we're playing with as far as savings challenges go because I have a lot of bigger bills and I want to be able to use these in my big box of savings in case we need to condense things down. So we'll put this off to the side because we'll come back to that. We don't need any dice at the moment. We're going to move this. All right, so today for savings challenges that we're going to add into this, we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 50, 60, 75, 76, 7, 8, 9, 180. So like I said, not as much as we have in the past. I usually try to do these every 3 weeks. And we went one of those weeks without a paycheck, and then 2 of those weeks were short checks. So it is what it is. But first things first, we're diving into the big box of savings. And we are reallocating envelopes. I'm finally doing it, guys. Finally. I know. So we're going to start with our 50 envelope. And while I'm doing this, we're going to answer questions. So I did put out on my Amazon haul, I want to say it was, to ask me questions of anything your burning heart desires as far as questions about me, about my channel, anything of the sort. So we are going to jump right in. So my first question comes from D over at D Plans and Budgets, and I will have everyone who asked me questions tagged down in the description box if they have a channel. If not, I will pop their try to pop their questions up on the screen if I can get screenshots of them. If I can't, don't come after me. So anyway, first question's from D. D asks, how did Cody and I meet? So this is actually quite a very funny story. I always get a little embarrassed because looking back, I'm like, oh my gosh, that was not the best. That was not my smartest move. So in college, I had a very good friend of mine who was in a sorority at a different college from me. I went to a community college. She went to university. That was like, our towns were not far apart, like 10-minute drive. So she invited me out because I had a terrible roommate at the time and I didn't want to be at home. And honestly, I was kind of over dating. I had tried to go on a date. It did not go well. And so they said, let's go out. We're going to go to a party at a fraternity. And I was like, let's go. This will be fun. I was like, I'm just going to have some fun. I told myself some things that I'm not going to repeat on here, but I was just going to live my best life. That was my whole intent. I was going to live my best life. My friends had already gone to a couple of the parties. Well, obviously, because this was November, so there's already been some parties for the year at this point. So they knew some people, and one of my good friends, she says, "Oh my gosh, you have to meet this guy. You'll love it." Like, she's just raving about him and a couple of the other guys. I'm like, okay, cool. We'll go, we'll hang out. It'll be a good time. Little did I know I would walk in and meet my future husband. So I went in with the full intention that I would speak to him, we would hang out, and then I would never talk to him again. That was just the vibe I was going for. I was not going to get attached. Well, that didn't happen. So we ended up talking, mind you, and I do not condone this, but I was young. I was 18 at the time. They conned one of the older of age gentlemen to go in and get us beer. So we went and we got beer, and we all call it a little bit of liquid courage, because believe it or not, my husband was just as awkward as I was. Weird, because he was like Mr. Casanova. So anyway, we come back and we end up talking the entire night at the party. And I was like, okay. So then we go and we get to, I don't remember if I sobered up or if somebody else did and gave us a ride home. Because there were 2 nights in a row that we hung out. But the first night, we ended up going And we were dropping him off, and I don't remember if I was driving or somebody else was. Either way, he leans over and he says, "Hey, I didn't get your number. And he goes, "And I'm really sorry, I forgot your name." And I said, "Oh, it's okay. My name's Courtney." And he looks me dead in the face. I've already given him my number at this point. He looks me dead in the face and he goes, "Oh, that's my ex-girlfriend's name." So you know that I full send was like, "Oh, this is going nowhere. This was fun." He'll never call. To my shock and surprise, the very next day while we were getting ready to go to a different party at a different frat house, I have a small past, guys. I was not the crazy party animal. I had like a 6-month stint where I did wild things, and that was it. But he called me before the next party, and like we chatted for like an hour. And I was just in complete and utter shock because I fully did not prepare myself for that situation. Okay, real quick. We are going to scrub all of this off with a magic eraser. So basically, then we were at the party the next night, and he hung out with only me and was a super gentleman, and we chatted the whole time. Again, see how easy that comes off? It's beautiful. Then I just got to dry it. And basically from then on, we were pretty much inseparable. One of his good friends actually jokes that he had called and talked to, it was a friend from class at the time. He'd called and talked to her, and he was like, "I like this girl." And I was like, okay. But yeah, the rest is kind of history. We ended up, so we met end of November, beginning of December. We decided to start dating, and we didn't tell anyone. We put it on Facebook first. I'm a millennial, guys. Like, just let me have it. And then I moved out of my crazy roommates, and we moved into an apartment together. And in that time frame of moving into the new apartment, he got very intoxicated one night, to the point that I was really worried about him. And as I was putting him to bed on the couch, he just leaned over and he looked at me and he says, "I love you." And I held on to that moment for full 24 hours. And it was, the rest is kind of history. So that was 7 minutes of explaining my relationship. So yes, we've been together since we were 18. We have grown together and quite a lot. So, all right, let's restuff this. So we're going to start down here. And like I said, this is to replace some of these smaller bills. So we're going to start with 50. But yes, so that is how Cody and I met. So let's move on to our next question. And I'm going to rotate because some of these folks had multiple questions. So this is probably going to be a longer video, just so you're aware. All right. Next question comes from Jessica over at GP's Odds and Ends. Her question is, how did I start cash stuffing? So, great question. I will go into more of this later on too, because I do have a video coming up of 1, 2, 3, 4, like 1 year of cash stuffing and things it's taught me. But I was talking with a friend over voice message, and I want to say it was like on Instagram, and she had mentioned needing to budget more, and I had been talking with her and she'd reached out to me because she knew I had a background in banking, and we were talking about how to like better manage finances because she had kind of turned finances over to her husband for a little while, and they were in a lot more debt than she realized. So we were kind of swapping. I was giving her some advice from my years in lending and banking and whatnot, and in putting it out into the universe, or I should say the metaverse, I then switched over to YouTube to watch a video, and up pops a cash stuffing budgeting video, and I believe it was from, oh gosh, who was it from? It was from Saving My Coins Budget. And I binged a couple of her videos, and then of course my algorithm started showing me a ton of cash stuffing videos. And somehow I was like, okay, this is what we got to do, because we need to figure out how we are going to, it was going to be our first year without any income from me, and my husband was still an apprentice He hadn't finished his hours for his journeyman yet. So, basically, we decided that I would start doing it. So, I didn't have binders at first. I just kind of kept track in a budget note, like in a notebook. That was the easiest way to do it. And ultimately, we ended up 20, 45, 6. Oops. Taking it very slow. I had to kind of figure out what things we really spent money on. And that was the one thing I didn't do that most people recommend, is like going through and seeing what in your budget that you spend money on. But like, things I knew, like groceries and, our bills, because we were already 1 month ahead. So that did help in that aspect. Okay, hold on, guys. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I'm almost out of 20, so we haven't even gotten my 100 envelope. Whoopsie. Oh, well. It'll be fine. It'll be all right. 20, 45. So, yeah, honestly, I just started. It took me a while. Once I figured it out, I gave myself a month to figure it out, and I did. And then after that month, then I was like, you know what? I see a lot of people doing this on YouTube. I'm going to do a YouTube channel, because I've always wanted to do a YouTube channel. So then I started sharing, and it just has grown ever since, and I'm appreciative of you guys all being here, because it's really made this so much fun. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4. But yeah, that's basically all she wrote. It was one of those where I knew we needed to make a shift in our budget. And then I will say, the other thing is I wanted to save for holidays, because with kids, you want to do the fun things for the holidays. And I always found that we were scrambling, to figure out what we were going to do for the holidays. And I was like, I don't want to keep living like this. So I started my holiday binder. And I will tell you, when I started it, I was putting only $2 to $3 in each envelope at a time. So it's slowly grown to now. You've seen my cash stuffings, and we are fully funded in half of our envelopes, because it's just time and consistency. I do plan to do a 1 year kind of thing. But basically, yeah, that's it. So 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And we need to keep 1 5. 1, 2, 30. Okay, next question comes from Haley Rain. I think that's how you say her last name. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, 35, 36, 7, 8, 9, 40. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're going to exchange this for a 5. So 10, 20, 30, 5, 40. 1, 2, 3. Okay, her question is, biggest lesson learned from the community, so the budgeting community, that every person's budget is different, and do not compare your budget to someone else's. There are so many people that, and if you are paying off debt and you're on an adventure, as I like to call it, to pay off debt, everyone's is going to be different. Everyone's at a different phase. Everyone has a different amount. Everyone has a different... It's all different. So you cannot compare. Comparison's the thief of joy. So, that and consistency, just being consistent and continuing to do it. I've seen that myself, just watching and how our envelopes grow and how we've evolved and changed, and just that mindset shift too of I can do this. I will do this. We are going to make this happen. Let me count really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We have lots of 1s and 5s to play with. So we have 34, right? Yeah, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, first one done, guys. Booyah! The next one won't be as hard. Okay, let's color that in before I forget. 34. All right, and then we will start on the top section again. Look at that. So yes, biggest lesson is just that not to compare. I think everyone, and that I think I've learned to love the most about the budgeting community is that we all do it a different way. And like for me, I always wanted to do a savings challenge, but could never figure out how to work it into my budget and how people did it. And it drove me crazy because I'm like, I want to do it what everybody else does. Well, it just took me time in figuring out my budget in order to be able to do that. So, okay, let's unstuff this really quick. So, next question, we are going to pop back up to D. D asked me, when did I decide to stay home with my kiddos? Well, so originally when I had my daughter, I wanted to stay home. I did not want to go back to work. I had a toxic work environment. I loved my job. Like, I absolutely loved my job. I was an account specialist and a loan officer. And I did all kinds of loans. I did all kinds of consumer loans. I did not do mortgage loans. Well, kind of. I did home equity loans. But I absolutely loved the problem-solving aspect of my job. I worked at a credit union, and I made so many relationships. I mean, just to let you guys know, I still go in and visit my old coworkers, and they will tell me 2 years later, I have not worked in 2 years at that job, and people still come in and ask when I'm coming back. So, like, that kind of impact, I loved that aspect of my job. That was my absolute favorite part of all of it. But when I had my daughter, I was like, okay, that's initially when we started to, like, really trying to hammer down on paying off debt. And I was lucky that I found a private daycare so it was just a gal out of her house. She had wanted to do daycare for someone else, and it fell through. And it worked out, timeline and everything, when I needed that after I had Claire, when I went back from maternity leave, that's when COVID hit and shut everything down. So it was a very odd time, and it was very strange, and I was lucky enough to be able to get people to come and watch her in my home till she was 9 months old, and then she went to daycare. But I said, okay, I'm going to give myself a year. I'm going to wait until she turns 2. And we'll decide if I want to keep working or not. Well, before she turned 2, I ended up getting pregnant with our son. And at that time, we were double covered insurance. So for me to quit would have been really stupid, no matter how stressful or toxic the environment was. So I stayed and we worked really hard to get into a better financial position for me to leave. It also put my husband farther into his apprenticeship, which was by far the smartest choice we could have ever made, just looking back. But I had always wanted to stay home. Now that I do stay home, I miss my adult interaction. I miss that a lot. But I will say I would not trade it for the world. It has been so much fun there are moments that I missed with my daughter that I now get to see with my son. And even just watching them grow as like siblings has been so much fun. So yes. And the other thing too is we just learned to live on less. And some of it is when I was postpartum, I did go through, I did have some postpartum depression. So I turned to shopping, and that's where we landed ourselves in the situation we're in with our debt, our credit card debt. So we're working on it. We're getting there. And I will say this last year has really changed my mind, changed my heart. You all in this community have changed me more than I can ever express. I just feel very blessed to have you all and your support and your love and the fact that you want to ask me questions. So yeah, that was when. I always wanted to, but we had to get into a better financial spot before I could. So, alrighty, we're just going to reuse these. Okay, so next question from Jessica, GP's Odds and Ends. Favorite dish to make? Ooh, that's hard. Well, I love to cook. Anything where I can be creative. I love breakfast, so I love making breakfast foods. I make this French toast casserole that my daughter absolutely loves. And I actually took it to my mom's group. We do monthly meetings, and everyone was obsessed. So definitely just where I can be creative. So my French toast bakes are definitely like there, but dinner wise, my crock pot is my favorite human. My crock pot's my favorite kitchen utensil. Just, it is 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Like, I could never give up my crock pot. It is just, it's incredible. I love my crock pot. But yeah, anything in the crock pot. Like, I'm actually going to put a roast in as soon as I'm done filming this, because I'm filming this early in the morning. And so, yeah, definitely just, yeah, crock pot. I love it. I love being creative, too, and trying new recipes. Like, there'll be times where Cody's like, hey, are we going to eat that again? And I'm like, oh, no, I'm going to try this. And he's like, can we have that again? I'm like, sure, we can. He really likes some of them. So, okay, next question. This one had me rolling, from Haley Rain. So, she put FMK, scratch off, color and save, or roll the dice. If you do not know what FMK is, I'm not gonna elaborate. It is quite hilarious. 20, 40, 50, 5, 60. Hold on, let me count this. 20, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95. Yeah, I cackled when I read it. 2, 3, 4. So it is favorite, marginally favorite, and could care less. We'll do that. 20, 40, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. And, okay, so my favorites, let's see here. So, could care less dice roll. I am not a dice rolling person. That's too much. I know scratch offs are chance too, but there's just too much chance with roll the dice. And I know that sounds really stupid, but for some reason, dice rolling, I can't handle it. All right, hold on. We're going to count again. 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 96, 7, and 8. My poor envelopes are going to hate this. So, yeah, if I could get rid of one, it would be the dice. If I was going to be stuck with one forever, it would be color and save. I love color, obviously. I love color and save. And then if I was going to have a rowdy weekend with one, it would be scratch offs, because I'm learning to love scratch offs. Okay, let's see where we're going from here. 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 60. 60. Oh goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 70. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is 80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is that 90? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I think that's what we're going to do. We'll make sure. But yes, so that is that. All right. Yes. Okay, now back up to D. D asked, what got me into rodeo queening? So I love that question so much. So what got me into rodeo queening? My mom was a rodeo queen. And it was a really big deal in my local area growing up. There was a local rodeo queen title that a lot of girls I knew had. So we have 10, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 90, 91, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, it was kind of so my grandpa was on the rodeo association that my mom and I both represented. My mom was a rodeo queen. My aunt was a rodeo queen. A lot of my good friends were rodeo queens. So it just felt like a natural progression. And then, I just kept going with it and found other titles, and I got to do some really amazing experiences. It's one of those, it taught me so many life skills. Like, I can't even tell you. It taught me so much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, it was, because in order to become a rodeo queen, you have to be able to speak in front of people, which is most people's biggest nightmare. And that is how I learned. Granted, I mean, I didn't have to really learn to love anything. I loved it anyway. But that's really how I learned to love public speaking, or even just like talking to a camera. Pretty sure I said 12. Let's hope I said 12. I'll catch it in editing. All right, reallocated. Look at that. It's so empty now. But yeah, and then you have to do interviews, and I'm convinced that is how I did so well growing up in finding jobs, is because I interviewed well, and I'd learned those skills not from a job but from doing rodeo queening. So let's make sure we have 180, 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 100, 5, 10, oh gosh, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80. Whew! I should have gotten out more bigger bills. Whoopsie daisy. Okay, so now we're gonna stuff these. So we are gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna at least do 1 through 6. So yeah, that is how I got into it, and then I just kept going with it. I love it. It's so much fun, and now that I'm still involved, it's so much fun because now I get to watch. The other thing is it really helps girls grow and blossom just as individuals. I have watched a number of girls who were scared out of their minds to talk in front of people to now having jobs where that's what they do and just like thriving. It really is a rewarding experience, and something that sticks with you forever. So I absolutely love it. Okay. Next question comes again from Jessica. And this one is, what is your dream vacation? Okay, my dream vacation, it would be to go to Europe. Like all over Europe. Go to Italy, go to England, go to Greece, go to Ireland, Scotland, just all over in that general area. Would love to, and I know my husband would too. We're going to do 7 as well. 6, 7. Actually, let's do 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Shoot, we're going to go all the way to 10. We're going to do it. So yeah, that would be my dream vacation. One of my... 1, 2... Actually, the gal who does my hair, her and her husband just took a trip to Italy this last year. And seeing her pictures, oh my gosh, it was so freaking beautiful. I was like, oh, I'm jelly. And she said they had the best time. And I'm like, I want to go. So that is definitely on my bucket list, is to go to Europe. Okay, let me speed you through while I color this in. Actually, to save storage, I'm going to color this in and we'll come back. Okay. This one is getting so full. I love it. I love it. So we're going to try and get down to 25 again, and then we'll reallocate. I need to just have this one done before June. Alrighty. Now this one. So I think we're going to do the same thing. I think we're going to go all the way to 11. So I'm going to speed you through while I do that. I do still have a couple more questions, but we'll do those as we go. Okay, it's all filled in again. It looks all happy now. Yay! So much happier. So, alrighty, let's get these back in the box, and then that's all we're doing in the big box of savings today because we don't have a whole lot to work with, and we do need to get Clayton's birthday taken care of. So, we're now going to dive over here, and I need to see how much we have. So we have 5, 10, 15, 25, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 59. Alrighty then. So for Clayton's birthday is coming up, like way soon. We are going to do $30. We're going to do these balloons. I'm going to pause this because this video is already long. I'm going to color it and we'll come back. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20. And we're going to do 10 ones. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So $30 into his birthday. We are still doing his birthday at our house. 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. And I don't think we're going to need the full amount in here. Let's see how much we have for his birthday. I think we're good. Because we're doing a red, white, and blue themed. So red, white, and 2 is his birthday. I know, so cheesy, but so dang cute at the same time. So in total now we've saved 20, 30, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Honestly, I don't know if we're going to get another Savings Challenge Sunday in before his birthday. I'm going to leave it all for now, but I think 135 is going to be plenty. We may not finish this. And then what we might do is I may finish the challenge and just stick it into our birthday envelope when we have more funds to play with. Okay, so next up is my birthday. And we are going to do... We really don't have a lot. We're just going to do a letter today, just one letter. And then we'll get more next time. Because after that, it'll be just stuffing for my birthday. So now I have 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 55, 65, 70. Sweet. So 170. I am trying to get this hammered out because... we are going to look at booking tickets for next year's Kentucky Derby this spring. So, okay, now let's do this because I want to get this finished. Just kidding. We probably aren't going to get it finished. But what we might do... Guys, I don't have a lot to play with. This is not fun. It's not as much fun as I thought it would be. That's okay. Okay, let's actually do... Let's see. Let's just try and let's see where we can go on this one. So this challenge is from Nikki's Financial Journey. I will leave her linked down below. I'm not going to get to anybody else today. And for that, I'm very sorry. But that's just how the cookie crumbles. I got 2 more questions left. So these are both from Haley Rain. And they are, her first one is, if I could fully fund one binder, what would it be? My travel binder. 1000%. If I had the money to fully fund that bad boy, whoo, I'd be going everywhere. So hold on. This one we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. And we should have 12, 24, 25, 26, 36. So I'm going to get this one caught up because we took some out for Claire's birthday and we did end up spending it. So we have 22, is that what I said? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. And I should have 24, 25, 26, 36. So 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I know this is lame, and this is super lame, but I'm getting this caught up. And then we're going to scratch one and hope that we get a $5 bill. We get $5. I don't think we're going to. No. Okay, this one's caught up. So we're going to call that one good. You know where we're going to go? We are going to go back here because I know this one won't do me dirty. This one I know we can get away with $5. Okay, well, we already started that one. So that's a 2. So yes, I would fully fund my travel binder. That would be a dream come true so we could go on all the trips we want to go on. Okay, and then 1, 2. Her last question was, what is the best and worst thing about being a budgeter in the country? Like in the countryside. So like being a rural cash-based budgeter. Well, first of all, we do live rural and I'm thankful for that. But we also are lucky enough to live, let's see if we have an IOU. Hold on, guys. Oh, we do. We have a $2 IOU. Okay. So I will grab my IOUs and put one in here, but we saved another 3. So this one so far has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 26, 27, 28 technically. And I will get an IOU slip in here. I just don't have it out here with me. So we're lucky that we still live close enough to like civilization amenities that the bank is 15 minutes from me. And we don't really have too much, like, grocery stores are within 10-15 minutes. So we're lucky in that essence that we're still really close. The worst part about it, honestly, I don't think there is a worst part about it. I enjoy the fact that we are far enough out of town that, like, I also live in a spot where if you're going to come around to try and do something funny around my house, like, we live by the motto FAFO, and I will not put that in detail, but you get it. If you know, you know. But yeah, I would not trade living in the country or living rurally for anything. Like, and we do have neighbors that live across the road that obviously can hear me yell and scream at my kids, and that's just, you know, they need to know I have asked nicely 3 times ahead of time. But yeah, basically, I don't think there is a worst part about it. It's all in how you approach it and being smart about the fact of, like, when you're going to the bank. Granted, like I said, we're really lucky that I can go to the bank and it's on, like, I go to the bank after I drop my daughter off at preschool. So, like, we drop her off at preschool. That's our routine every week is preschool, bank, home. Preschool, bank, home once a week, every week. It doesn't, I don't know. For me, it doesn't have a downside. Some people might not like, you know, I mean, who might live farther out, it'd be more difficult to get to the bank. But the only other downside would be budgeting for things you don't always think about. But truthfully, like, no, I wouldn't trade it for anything. So anyway, we're out of cash. It was a long one in not the normal way. We didn't do many challenges, but we got everything reallocated. I did answer all of your guys' questions, which I appreciate you guys asking those so much. Thank you, thank you. And yeah, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for hanging out this long. If you did make it this long, leave me this emoji in the comments, because then I know that you really do love me. And until I see you guys in the next one, remember to spread kindness like glitter. Bye, guys.